Are you serious, bruh? Man, I was furious. I mean, to this day, it blows my mind. Hey, yo, what's wrong with YouTube gang? It's your boy CJ. And today, I'm gonna tell you guys some of the rude people I've encountered ever since I got hurt. And let me tell you, some of the things people have said and done over these past few years has just been straight up crazy. But man, that's enough talking. Let's get it. Now, my first encounter happened no less than 6 months after I got out the hospital. Yeah, it didn't take long before someone said something that had me like, what? How dare you say that? You see, I was fresh out the hospital and being paralyzed was a whole new experience. So I had to figure out my doctor's appointment and also my therapy appointment. So at the time, my older sister was taking me to one of my therapy appointments. And during that time, I wasn't set up for accessorized just yet. So I was taking some weird ambulance type company that would come pick me up, take me to the hospital, and then bring me back home. Now they picked me up on time and they got me to my appointment on time. You know, no problem. But it wasn't until me and my sister was getting back into the ride to head back home. You see, the driver had to go drop another patient off at a different hospital because he was going to get dialysis. Now I'm in the back of this ride, chilling, talking to my sister, and I'm kind of depressed because, you know, I'm fairly new at being paralyzed and I didn't think it would take this long for my body to wake up. It's a whole new adjustment to me. Well, while I'm sitting back there talking to my sister, the driver is talking, they're busting it up, they're laughing and joking about all types of things like sports, girls, you know, random guy stuff. And all of a sudden, the passenger starts speaking to the driver about his health. You know, telling him about dialysis and telling him about the things he have to do to get better. That's when the passenger said something that literally pissed me off. And if I was okay, I would have got up and looked at him and said, are you serious, bruh? You're not paying attention? Who's around you? This big, black, bald, beanie, milk dud head looking dude gonna look at the driver and says, yeah, I may be on dialysis, but God must really hate you if you're paralyzed.
Really, nigga?
If God makes you paralyzed, he must really not like you.
Damn! I want to punch you in the face so bad right now, but...
What? What? How dare you say that, bro? And the funny thing is, my sister's kind of a hothead, and she didn't hear him, because I know if she heard him, it would have been on sight. This dude wouldn't be able to get off that van. But after he says that, the stupid driver gonna sit there and be like,
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Really, nigga?
bro, if you don't shut your coconut food stained ugly ass up before I could plan on you and you lose another job. Yeah, I said another one. I heard that this dude got fired from his last job of driving people around. But when that passenger said that, man, it hit me so hard.
Hey, yo.
I was furious. I couldn't say anything. I was just sitting back there like, oh my God, how dare he say that? How dare he say that? And it's not like he didn't know I was paralyzed, because he was on the van when I got on the van. He saw the guy pull out the lift and raise me up and push me onto the van. He was just being a straight up asshole. Like I said, this Arnold Schwarzenegger face ass dude who can't pay a girl to shake his hand had something wild to say. Like, are you serious, bro? Get out of here. I mean, when he got off that van, it was dumb quiet. The driver tried to speak to me and I was just sitting there like, nah, bro, I'm asleep. I don't hear nothing. Oh, you thought that was disrespectful? Man, there was one time me and Bae went to Walgreens for some snacks late night on that, you know, late night snack run. So I'm waiting online, waiting for Babe to come back with the snacks so we could pay and leave. But you know, there's about 5 people in front of me, so you know, I'm moving up one by one as everybody leaves. Now there's only 2 people ahead of me, and the store wasn't packed because I saw when this guy walked up behind me. He waits behind me no more than 2 minutes before he looks at me and says,
let me skip you.
A minute. Wait a minute.
And gets right in front of me. I'm like, bruh, you don't see me sitting here waiting online like everybody else? You just think because I'm in a chair, it's okay to skip me? Man, I was furious. But at the time, I didn't really have the balls to tell him, nah, you ain't doing that, bruh, because I'm hurt. I'm paralyzed. I can't move my hands. I can't defend myself. So I just looked at him with a dumb look in my face like, look at this. But this lady that was in front of me saw what was happening and was like, nah, I'm not letting that happen. So she looked at me and said,
You can go in front of me.
And she allowed me to skip her, which put that man back in the same place he was originally at.
My nigga.
You should have saw the look on his face when she told me that. He was like, what? Really? Yeah, bruh, your orthopedic shoe wearing hairline looking like a 3-year-old lined your ass up. Ass better fall back in line.
Bruh.
Over here trying to skip somebody because they in a damn wheelchair. Nah, man, we ain't having that. So, miss, whoever you are, thank you. As soon as I went in front of this lady, that's when Babe came up and we checked out. I swear, people are just rude. They don't care. They think because you're in a wheelchair, you are beneath them. And I'm happy there are some people out there that's willing to stick up for people in a wheelchair and have our backs. Because when people see that you're hurt, they just take advantage of you. That's why now I'm on an equal opportunity of running people's toes over. I don't care who you are. Them toes are mine. Okay. But wait, the next thing that happened actually happened recently. Remember that video, that weekly vlog I did about when Accessoride caught a flat tire? Yeah, it happened that day. See, I left the part out in the video because I wasn't filming at the time. But when I got on the new Accessoride, there was a lady already traveling with that driver. And while I was getting on it, she was outside smoking a cigarette. Tell me why, as soon as I got on the ride and the driver started strapping me in, this crackhead Snaggletooth borrowed her wig from a homeless woman, wig-ass lady.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Gonna sit there and say some wild stuff out her mouth. Now the driver strapped me in. You know, we're laughing, we're joking, we're busting it up. This lady gonna come, get back on the bus, sit down and look at the driver and say,
I used to work for Accessoride.
Nobody cares, miss. Nobody actually cares. And the driver's being polite. He's like,
Oh, really? You did?
She's like,
Yeah, I used to work for them, but I had to stop.
He's like,
Oh, all right. Why'd you stop?
You know, just making casual talk. This lady gonna look at this man, knowing that he strapped me in, knowing that I'm in a wheelchair, and she's gonna say,
Yeah, I had to quit because I didn't like strapping people in wheelchairs. It was a lot of work. I didn't really like doing that.
Miss, I'm in a wheelchair. Why would you say that? Why would you even bring up something as rude as that while somebody's in a wheelchair? You could have said something else like, you know, I really wasn't into the job. But to blatantly say that you quit a job because you didn't like helping people in a wheelchair strapped down is freaking rude. Especially when there's someone in a wheelchair getting strapped down as you say this. I mean, to this day, it blows my mind how people could look at someone in a wheelchair and say something crazy out their mouth without thinking before they say it. Man, I can't make this stuff up. And you know what? You want to know what else I can't make up? All the freaky nurses that I encountered while I was in the hospital. Man, I tell you, I had a couple nurses that was all over your boy's body.
How, Sway?
Yeah, I think they like me. But come back next week and I'll tell you all about the freaky nurses that I had while I was in the hospital. And let me tell you, one of these nurses' specialties was sponge baths. Yeah, you heard me. Sponge baths.
Never